NPR, Adriana Smith, writing on May 21st, 2025. Adriana Smith is now roughly 22 weeks into the pregnancy, so very close. If the baby can get to like 25, 26 weeks, the baby will be fine, totally fine, sometime in the NICU. If the baby can get to 30 weeks or more, usually almost no issues at all in terms of long-time health. And Adriana Smith has been on life support for more than 90 days. The mother of Adriana Smith says, my grandson, oh, okay, so you're referring to the fetus, so I guess it's a person. It's your grandson. That's interesting. My grandson may be blind, may not be able to walk, and we don't know if he'll live once she has him, she said last week. And I'm not saying we would have chosen to terminate the pregnancy. What I'm saying is we would have had a choice. So a grandmother who just referred to the unborn baby as her grandson is saying we would have liked to have had the choice to slay him. Wow. That sucks to have a grandma like that. Democratic State Senator Nabila Islam Parks wrote a letter to Georgia's Republican Attorney General Chris Carr asking for clarity about how Georgia's abortion law should be applied in this context. She says, let me be plain. This is a grotesque distortion of medical ethics and human decency. What are the chances that Democratic State Senator Nabila Islam Parks is pro-abortion? Yeah, so never let people lecture you on medical ethics and human decency when they believe that all babies in the womb can be slaughtered in the name of radical feminism. She says that any law in Georgia could be interpreted to require a brain-dead woman's body to be artificially maintained as a fetal incubator is not only medically unsound, it's inhumane. It's inhumane. Don't we use the word inhumane when we're referring to humans? Like humans should be treated with human decency. In other words, they should be treated humanely. But how could it be inhumane to treat a brain-dead person who in your own construction of personhood is no longer a person by keeping a pound of flesh biologically operating to sustain the life of an unborn child? Why is that inhumane when Democratic State Senator Nabila Islam Parks has a construction of personhood that necessarily means that Adriana Smith is no longer a person? So therefore, there's no concern with treating them with decency or not, right? These are the questions that people would ask if they thought for themselves. The law, says NPR, known as the Life Act, was narrowly passed and signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp in 2019, but was not enforced until the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. There is nothing in the Life Act that requires medical professionals to keep a woman on life support after brain death, Carr's office responded in a statement. Removing life support is not an action with the purpose to terminate a pregnancy. So that's interesting. I mean, yeah, if in a way that's true, like, but you're forgetting the presence of the baby, right? So removing life support of your grandma who's brain dead is not killing, or someone who's been in a coma for 4 years, and let's say the parents choose to remove life support. That's not killing, that's letting die. Because without the presence of extraordinary 21st century medical technology in the first place, there would have been no way for you to keep that person going anyways. So you're allowing a natural process of events to follow that would have happened anyways if you were living in 1890. So that's not murder, right? That's letting die. But Adriana Smith is not an unpregnant woman who we're allowing to die. There's another human being in the equation, and that human being has a right to their mother's body because the uterus is the only organ in a woman's body that's not created for the mother. It's created for the baby. So therefore, when feminists say, I have a right to my body, actually, the fetus has a right to your body because the uterus is not for you. The uterus is for the baby.